I think I was inspired at a very early age by a type of effortless elegance that was depicted in Sargent's work. If you read many of Sargent's diaries, he has something in common with Franz Hals, this desire to create the act of alla prima, the perfect mark. It appears that the effortlessness in the clothing is the result of a lot of work. There's a lot of rubbing out and repainting, and rubbing out and repainting. Why is he doing that? Well, what he's doing is he's creating this look of mastery, this look of, I did this with one mark, whereas in truth, it was a lot of erasure and a lot of replacement. Sargent's work is about the appearance of effortlessness. It's about the appearance of not being down there in the muck and the day-to-day mechanisms of power. And in that sense, it has a lot to do with the colonial and imperial effort itself. Much of what we don't like to think of is the getting one's hands dirty in order to go out and create sugarcane or cotton, and then have those things create great cathedrals and museums and manor homes. And I think what the work does, what my painting does, is it speaks the language of gentility. It speaks the language of that effortlessness that we see in a Sargent. And specifically, it speaks the language that should be critiqued, that language of impossible beauty, that language of flawlessness. But I think it exists within the crack. It exists in that space between the truth and the lie. And we don't know quite what to do with it because it doesn't take any sides. As a young student of art, I fell in love with Western European easel paintings. I fell in love with the vocabulary of imperial domination. And I think what you're looking at when looking at this body of work is the anxiety of that influence, the anxiety of having all of these years of history, all of these artists whose shoulders I stand on, being alive and present in the room.